Hey, I'm Nick, and today I want to talk about how important it is to do something even if you're tired, but still try and optimize our sleep. You see, that's a theme that I've mentioned a lot in this channel. It's the importance of optimizing your sleep. As soon as you wake up, the energy you have for the day is directly correlated to the amount of sleep that you've gotten. You cannot just think that you'll be productive in the morning after staying up late and watching some kind of film or slacking off in another way like that. And more so, you can't think that you'll get a start on a certain project or task later on in the day and still do the work and push through it like you have a ton of energy, because if it's later in the day, you're going to have less energy no matter what. Now, there's some things that can be more taxing on your energy, like if you go for a run in the morning, then do the task, or if you don't do a run but just put the task later in the day. Either way, there's going to be a difference and you're not going to be as productive and as hardworking as just getting on with it straight away. And so before we think about anything, we need to be thinking about optimizing and getting the most out of our sleep so that we have the most energy for the day, and then using that energy straight away to do the tasks that are important to us and not just procrastinate. But I don't want this to become an obsession to always try and get perfect sleep, because there's going to be times when you're going to have to stay up later, where you've missed something, you've forgotten something that has to get done today, and falling asleep or getting to bed on your usual time means that you won't get a start on it. And so, like I've mentioned before, we are not shooting for perfection, we are shooting for improvement. We are trying to get as close to 100%, as close to really good quality sleep as we can within the barriers. We should not be sacrificing to make sure that we're getting a few hours of sleep if there can be other ways of improving it, like making sure you're away from screens in the time before you actually go to bed, or making sure that you're not going from an activity to going straight to sleep. But with that being said, that's still not an excuse to stay up later just because your routine is good. Like I said, the goal is to get as close to 100% as possible within our means. That means that if you have to stay up a little later than normal, that's okay. We're not shooting for perfection. We're just shooting for a routine that we can rely on and have it be flexible enough so that things that switch it up don't affect the thing as a whole. But even if we do all that and we still wake up tired because our routine was messed up and we haven't been improving our sleep, well, the core of this video is about you still need to do the work even if you're tired. There's no point waking up with minimal sleep and not being the best you usually are, and then using that as an excuse of I won't be able to work as hard and I won't do the work at all. You're never going to be 100%. You're never going to have perfect sleep and have the most energy you could possibly have. You're going to sometimes need to do something tired. And the habit of just doing it anyway is what counts, and that's what we should be building. What should come first is making sure that we are getting the good sleep and having a routine that works. But then afterwards, nothing else matters. We just do the work anyway. And if we're lucky, then we've had a really good sleep and we're able to attack it with more energy and more productivity. But if there's a case where you stay up later and it mucks up your head, takes you long to go to sleep, and you wake up still feeling like you've barely slept, well, you're going to have to do it anyways. It's about doing it even when you're tired. It's about going through the motions anyway. Because the thing is that when you do this, you're able to have that habit, have that skill of sitting down, then working. You're not limited to these excuses of I'm only able to sit down and work if I've gotten proper sleep. I'm only able to sit down and work if I haven't stayed up late the night before. When you have that skill and that habit of sitting down and working, then in the times where you do get that good sleep, sitting down and working brings a lot more results. But either way, we're still doing sitting down and working. That's it for today. I hope that's helped you realize how important sleep is, but also to not obsess over it, and the important thing is actually doing the work, and having that habit of sitting down and doing the work even when you're tired is what really counts. If you're still interested in learning more about any of these productivity tips and tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching, which you can book a call for using the first link in the description below. But until then, I'll see you later.